So one of the other upgrades I was talking about in the first video was changing the steering wheel, where it's getting a bit worn, the original one. I haven't got an unlimited budget, so this was kind of the cheapest, nicest alternative I could find. Yeah, I managed to get it from my local scrapyard. It's out of a VW Up. The actual wheels are pretty cheap online. They're about sort of £40. It's the airbag, it's the expensive bit. I think online they were sort of 170 quid. I managed to pick this whole lot up for £100, so pretty happy with that. No, it's not leather, but you can get these in a leather version. But now I've got the airbag, I can sort of change that at a later date. But yeah, I'm going to put it on. I'm pretty happy with it. It's cleaned up real nice. Yeah, but that's the only concern I've got. I've seen a few people have done this online, but there was no details on anything. I mean, pretty much any VW steering wheel after 2005 will bolt on. They use like the same splines, but it's the wiring that's going to be a concern. Hopefully I can just swap it over from my airbags. I'm pretty sure the connector on the actual airbag's the same. It's just going to be the plug into the clock spring that's different. Find out with me, because I don't know. But yeah, so let's go disconnect the battery in the van. We'll get the old steering wheel off. Here we are in the van. Yeah, I'm not sure how much you'll be able to see, but basically you've got to get the airbag off first. And there's a spring behind here. There we go. Pop that one. I'll show you better once I get the steering wheel off. It'll probably be easy to show you on the bench what you're looking for, but yeah, turn the steering 90 degrees from each other. Little screwdriver. Second one's always a bit harder. Go. That's both of them. Put the steering wheel straight again. Let's disconnect that. So obviously I've disconnected the battery first before I disconnect any of the airbag stuff. Now I've got to undo that. I think that's an M10 spline socket. So yeah, I was wrong there. It's a M12 spline socket. Pretty common on Volkswagens. Yeah, there we go, locked her on there. See, there's a mark there to line her up in centre as well, and put her off. Not like an old one where it's on a tape and you have to bang them to get them off. Don't move this, or try not to move this while it's all apart. I mean, if you move it a little bit like that, it's fine. But there's a coil of wire in there. If you spin it all the way, either way you can break it, but also it'll put your steering angle sensor out. Yeah, best just try and leave it there. If you're unsure, just put a bit of tape on it to stop it from moving. So yeah, you can see here the springs that we'll go put it on the bench, we'll talk about it properly. But yeah, you can see the springs that hold it all in place. So here are the two wheels. See the difference between them there. Yeah, the up one actually looks a little bit grey compared to the original Transporter one, which is obviously completely black. Maybe it'll maybe some sort of shine, like rubber dressing might make it a little bit blacker, but who knows, we'll see. But yeah, as I was talking about in the van, these are the springs that hold the airbag in, and from the back side you can see this is what I was getting to lever them out. So basically all you have to do is get your screwdriver in there, if you can see that, and just lever that spring that way, which then enables these clips to pop out. Pretty simple. They're just a bit fiddly to find, to be fair, but once you know they're there, it's not too bad. So hopefully that helps with getting your old wheel off. Let's now look at the two airbag wirings. I can already see they're different. Yeah, the two plugs are completely different. This is the one out of the transporter. This is the little up one. So I'm going to pull the actual wiring out, see if we can just make it work basically. There we go. So they're both off. As you can see, the actual airbag plugs look pretty similar. They're a little bit different. I'm going to see if that literally plugs straight into there, then that's a pretty easy swap. We're just going to have to literally swap the little looms over and off we go. Yes! Gotta be the easiest steering wheel swap in the world, isn't it? Done. Let's go bolt her into the van. That's definitely a lot quicker than I thought that was going to be. The up steering wheel as well, if you do go down to your own scrapyard to find one, same process. It's got the same clips in the back of it. You know, turn the wheel 90 degrees and then the other way, pop that out, and then another M12 spline socket bolt to get the centre nut off. Easy peasy. Back in the van. Right. See what's going to cause us issues now. Lines straight up, they're located. That fits perfectly fine. It's on the splines, all good. Put some fresh Loctite on there. I've not used liquid. I've used you can get it on like what it looks like a glue stick, just a little bit less messy. Some fresh on there. Don't want that coming loose while we're driving down the road. Let's bolt that on. Yeah, nice and tight. Let's click this airbag in. So that should obviously just plug straight in since it's what came out of the van anyway. There we go. Make sure it's nice and straight. And there we have it. Yeah, let's connect the battery back up and make sure there's no explosion. Well, the horn's not constantly going off. Airbag light's gone off. Horn works. Result. Looks pretty smart. So there we have it. Literally bolted straight on. No issues. Quickest, probably cheapest. Yeah, definitely like quickest sort of steering wheel swap going. Got to be, I reckon, one of the cheapest ways to get a flat bottom steering wheel on your Transporter. I think it looks pretty good. Yes, it's not leather, but like I said, if you want to spend a bit more, you can get in the ups, some of the higher models, they come with a leather wheel, which, you know, I might look at in the future. Now I've got that airbag, which is the most expensive part. I can upgrade the steering wheel easily. The loom literally just swapped over from the old airbag, which was a right result. Yeah, the pins on the actual airbag are the same, so just swap the looms over. That one can go in the bin, unless you've got an up, then you're more than welcome to have it. Yeah, result, let us know what you think about it. Can't quite remember where we got to with the steering wheel install, but obviously here it is in all its glory, fitted, and been using it, works perfectly well, horn's all good, no airbag lights, so no issues there with any of it. There's a slight issue, not to do with the steering wheel, because that is absolutely fine. When I was looking for this one, and as you may have seen on the thumbnail, cheapest flat bottom steering wheel for a T5, I looked at several different options and still in the up, and obviously this one is a, you know, sort of, not plastic, whatever this is like a plastic, the sort of standard up one. They also do a leather one, and I may or may not have bid on one on eBay here, which is quite nice again, full leather steering wheel with the piano black finishes there. It was at a starting bid of like £50. I thought, I'll put 50 quid in, see what happens, and no one else bid on it. So now I have two steering wheels. But, you know, this was only 100 quid with the airbag, so the airbag works with that steering wheel. So in total, even if I use that one, which I think I'm going to get put on in a minute and show you that, it's still only 150 quid for a leather flat bottom steering wheel. So yeah, I don't think you can get much cheaper than that, especially for this sort of age. Maybe a Mark 5 GTI, but most of them have buttons, and I didn't want buttons because none of them work for this van. So let's put it on and see what it looks like. So there we have it. The upgraded up steering wheel now fitted. Looks pretty smart. Not sure if I prefer it though, to be honest. Obviously it's leather, everyone wants a leather flat bottom steering wheel, so there we go. Still probably one of the cheapest ways to get one. And it looks very smart. The steering wheel itself is lovely. Not sure yet though, because it doesn't match anything else in the van, whereas the sort of standard one matches all the dashboard. But hey, we'll roll with it for a bit. It's easy enough to change over and make a decision from there. But yeah, hope you find it helpful. If you did, give us a like and a subscribe, and catch you in the next video.